Hello, my name is Stacey-Ann Ali, and I'm a lecturer at Aichi Daigaku in Toyohashi. I teach communication English as well as advanced reading. The aim of the communication English classes is to help students attain a certain level of fluency and fluidity in their English conversations. In Semester 1, the Communication English classes aims to help students build conversation fluency through short and long conversations in pairs and in groups. In Semester 2 of the Communication English classes, students are encouraged to use longer sentences, ask more questions, give deeper information, and talk deeply about slightly more difficult topics. Questions are crucial to any conversation. They convey interest, helps you to demonstrate your own understanding, helps to develop listening skills, and allows the speaker to give more information. It has been noted through observation as well as feedback that although students are able to achieve a certain level of fluency, there are still aspects of conversation that they struggle with. Regardless of their English ability, there are 4 common problems that students report having during their conversations. The biggest challenge is making questions of their own. Asking follow-up questions. Asking questions in a certain amount of time. And asking topic-related questions. My students have reported feeling stuck when making questions, being at a loss for the right words, and feeling unsure about the structure of the questions. A lot of my students are also strongly inhibited by fear. They have this deep fear of making mistakes, not being able to express themselves clearly, having people laugh at them, and using the wrong English. I arrange the class so that everyone is sitting in pairs. Then I assign letters to each of the pairs, usually A and B. Someone chooses a random topic. A stands up and has 1 minute to ask as many questions as they can about this topic. While A is asking questions, B is counting how many questions they can ask within the time limit. Then it switches. B stands up and has to ask different questions about the same topic, while A is counting their questions. To make things more interesting, I challenge my students to ask 10 questions in 1 minute. Some of them can do it and some of them can't. If they can do it, it means it's too easy and they need to ask more questions. They both sit down and have a conversation. about the same topic using the questions that they've just asked. This activity is not only enjoyable, but also interactive as well as educational. It encourages students to quicken their thinking time and gives them encouragement and confidence while having conversations. Although time limits and group sizes may vary and are entirely up to the discretion of the teacher, I personally like to start off with pairs because it's a small group and less intimidating, but teachers can build up to bigger groups and also give students more time if they need. I find with more advanced topics like 3D printing, cloning, pollution, and environmental issues, I tend to give the students a little bit more time. For activities like this, I don't encourage the use of a textbook. Although textbooks are great and have a lot of useful information, the reality of the situation is that students won't always have their textbook handy for natural conversation. I try to promote and encourage natural conversation amongst my students, and I really try to help them to go with the natural flow of where the conversation is going. Questions are a great way to keep the conversation going and show that you understand and that you're listening. However, making questions for second language learners could be challenging, mainly because they don't have enough time to think of appropriate questions to ask during the conversation. Activities like this encourage students and give them practice in making questions. Students report that activities like this are positive, fun, interesting, but it could also be problematic for lower level students who need more thinking time. In conjunction with a good textbook, activities like this can not only increase, improve, and enhance the quality of conversation, but it can also build conversation endurance. I hope you can try this activity with some of your students. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me.